Hello coders, hello. We're moving on to the second part of the Windows build of this PHP course tonight, and I am trying to remember where we left off. So I'm looking at the code here, I'm just trying to work out where we left out. So this is the PHP login course. Last time I think we did the requirements, the installation, documentation, the lesson 1. So I think we're going to start from lesson 2, I reckon. So let me just get into the code and have a little play. So we've got the lessons all wired up here, and the idea is that I'm sort of recreating the project but on Windows. So we're doing this through Parallels. This is where we're at so far. Let me bring up the Ubuntu. And hopefully I can quickly work out where we are in this whole place. Okay, so if we were to, I think I've got it running in code, so let me just double check. Yeah, CD code. Yeah, that's the, whoops, that's the, woo. That is the right spot, I think. Can I make that a bit bigger? No, I can't. Oh, yes, I can. Whoa, that's huge. Let's not make it that big. That'll do. Right, let's get rid of this magnifier. Did I put it in the courses directory? I did. Okay, yeah, so we've got the master and then we've got the actual project, and it's the project that we're running from. So let's go into project. Okay, so we've got Composer done. That would have been done in the installation. We've got PHP stand, PHP unit, they're all done. And we've got the coding standards. So if we were to have a look at here, quickly do a recap. So lesson 0 was the intro. I'm sure, yeah, we've done that. Lesson 1 was the installation of all the bits, so we know that we've got all this. Checking the folder structure, let's compare. So let's go straight to the last point. Okay, so let's double check what we've got. Git ignore php unit.cache. Do we have those? Let's do an ls-al. We've got php unit.cache. Do we have git ignore? We don't. Okay, so we're missing that. Do we have? Is that a directory? It is. Okay, so we got that. Common.php, yes. Composer.json, yes. PHP stand.neon, yep. Unit. Config, public. Config shouldn't have anything in it. Cool. Then we've got public. That should just have an assets directory. Which it does. Anything in there? No, that's it. And then we've got reports. Where's reports? Yeah, we've got reports, tests, and vendors. So the thing that we're missing here is git ignore. Do we need git ignore? Scroll up to the top. Go to the project setup. Let me just see. Git ignore. That looks like the first. Aha. If you intend on storing the project in a Git repository, you'll need to add the following git ignore file in the project directory. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. Okay, that's cool. We can leave that in. Alright, so then let's go to lesson 2. Okay, so what you'll learn is how to create a HTML form, how to run a PHP web server via the CLI, how to access posted values. Excuse me, and let me just do, posted form values. Okay, so lesson notes is to create a login file. Create a HTML structure. Right, let's just jump into number 1. So create a login.php file in the public folder. Have we done that already? So cd into public. Oh, we do. We've got a login.php, so we have done that already. Let me triple check what that is. So let's check this first. Login.php file, start by adding the skeleton. There we go, skeleton, and I can't spell structure. HTML structures, HTML. In the new login.php file, start by adding the skeleton HTML. I'm going to just say code. Like so. So head, body, HTML. What do we actually have in here? So let's do a cat of login.php. Hang on a minute. Hold on. Am I looking at the wrong thing here? Let me just double check something. Because in here, ls, we got assets and we got login. Come out of this. I just want to just explore. ls of config. No, we are in the right place. That's cool. And we also, sorry, going back to test, we should have nothing in there. Okay, cool. So we are in the right place. Let's go back to public. All right, so in my cat of it was login.php, we have the whole shebang, including some code up here. All right, so we know we've done that. We know we've done all that. Oh yeah, here's the HTML. Here's the head. We've populated the head? No, we haven't. Okay, that's fine. Scroll. That's the local server. Yada, 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 yada. Submitted data. Okay, so in login.php, we need to access the submitted form data. These values are stored as an array in the PHP post variable. The array keys match the form input names. For example, post variable could contain yada, yada, yada. Okay, that's fine. That's all good. So that was just an example. All right. So that's explaining how to access it. What code do we actually have? Okay, so we are accessing it here. All right. Okay, so yeah, we are using the... Oh, I remember doing this. This is the null coalescing operator. Got it. All right. So, do we have anything down here? Ah, we do. Sweet. The login PHP file should now look like this. Submitted is you. Has submitted is you. That is what we're doing up there. Sweet. And then the has submitted in an if statement. That's the body, which is there. Brilliant. Okay, yeah, so I'm happy with that. Okay, so... check your code. Run composer tests in the project root folder to run the code tests. Fix any issues that you may have. Let's give that a go in the project root folder. Right, let's give that a quick run through. So where am I? Coming out of this, going into the root, type in composer. If I can find the right key and then test. Woo! Okay, so fingers crossed this all passes. Whilst this is going on, I'm a bit distracted. On another machine in the office here, I am running a Terraform instance or a Terraform script. I just need to just run Terraform. There we go. And whilst that runs, yes. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. All right, so yes, PHP Stan is fine. The PHP CS is fine, and PHP Unit is fine. No tests executed. Okay, right. So let's move on to number 3. Let's do a. Before we do that, though, let's do a terminal. So this here is on my Mac. This here is Parallels. All right. So what did we do? Git status, git diff. So how to from form value. So it looks like we did some, yeah, just some text changes. All right, I'm happy with that. Git commit. Minor text changes. Cool. All right, off you go. Right, so we're now moving on to the next lesson, which is lesson 3. I thought that's where we were, but it was a good idea to sort of go through it. So we're building the secure area in lesson 3. What you'll learn is how to create a HTML table, create the dashboard, create the HTML structure, add the HTML table. All right, so I guess this is what we can play with today. Let me make sure that we don't actually have in the new login.php the files. Hey, see, this is why I need to reread my words, because some of these don't make sense. In the new login.php file, start by adding the skeleton HTML structure like so, HTML code like so. Why would I be doing this in the secure area? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I be doing that? This is an in login.php. This is an in login.php. Login.php is that. And what I'm after is dashboard.php. That's what I need to do today. Yeah, that's what I need to do today. So I don't have to do anything to do with login.php. That is done. So this should change this to be dashboard. Dashboard.php. Well, how did we word it in this here? We talked about create a new file called in the public. Yeah. So we kind of want something similar like that, but we want. And then lesson 4 is styling the login form. All right. So we kind of want create a new file called dashboard.php. Try and keep the wording similar. In the public folder. It's idiot. I've already done it. Silly me. This is why I was getting confused. So, in the new dashboard.php, which we've just created because I've just set it up there, create a new file called dashboard.php in the public folder. And there we go. Okay. So, in the new dashboard.php file, start by adding a skeleton, the HTML code like so. And let's change the wording of this. Take the skeleton stuff out because that's just nonsense. It's just very wordy. All right. Okay, within the HTML body, so I suppose I best do this myself on the Windows box, I guess. So let's get into the public folder and let's do a touch of dashboard.php and then do a nano of dashboard.php and then paste that in. If I can, you're going to let me paste that in? There we go. Core. So now I'm playing, trying to remember the shortcut keys. Okay, right, so that's that. And then within the HTML body, create a table element which contains the header and the body, which contains the, I'm going to say table header and the table body elements. All right. So much like that. Okay, add a table row inside the table head. So there we go. There's a table row inside the table head. Within this table row, add 3 table head elements. I'm going to change that to say, just to flip it around. So we're going to do add 3 table head elements to the to the table row. These will start the table columns. So there we go. It's looking all good. Okay, now add the table row. Now add a table row to the table body. So T body, there we go. I'm also going to, because this is a beginner friendly course, I'm going to just, where we've got within the HTML body element, create a table element, which I'm going to just have as, I'm going to just say it as code. So create a table element, which contains the T head and the T body elements. Excuse me. Okay, so add a table row inside the table head. So add a TR. This kind of needs to have a glossary, I think. Add 3 table head elements. So add 3 table head elements. Add 3 TH elements to the TR. These will start the table columns. All right, now add a TR to the T body. Which is the table body. Hey, thank you for joining, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Just seeing the chat. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so this is where we're ended up. So we've got the name, price, and date ordered. Within the table bodies, that doesn't make sense, bodies row, within the TR, within the TR of the T body, add 3 table cells, 1, 2, 3, with test data. So we're going to do 3 TD, add 3 TD elements with test data, like that. The markup now should look like this. So this is what I'm trying to look for, is the final piece. So visit the page on blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so let's grab all of this and copy that, and then go into my Parallels instance, and let's just do a nano of dashboard, and let's just get rid of all of this stuff, and then we'll paste the final result in. Woo! Okay, so we will, it's right click, isn't it? There we go. And then Control X. Cool. All right, so then it's saying in our documentation, down here, visit the page in the browser and check the output. I'm going to say visit the dashboard page, make it a bit more explicit. And check the output. So that is the URL, and we'll from here. Is this still running? Very doubtful that that's still running. No, I don't think it's running. Never mind. Yeah, it's not. So let's go back to. This is where I miss iTerm. Yeah, no. Is there a way I can No. Let's just do it. So cd into the root of the project, and then do. Oh no! I need to be in local, don't I? Do PHP -s localhost, and what was the port I had it running at? 8080. 8080. Yes, let's get that going. So let's refresh the page. There we go. That's our login screen. This now should be our dashboard dashboard.php. There we go. Pretty straightforward. Okay, cool. Now, I added the login screen as an image there. I think, like once it's finished, I think we'll leave it. I was going to put images in here, but I think what we'll do is we might do that later. All right, lesson number 4. So we're now in lesson number 4. Let's just come out of this for a second, and let's do a on the Mac machine here. Open that up. Let's do a git status again. Let's just see what we've done. It's those two. So let's do a git diff and work out, git diff, what it is that I've actually done. So we've changed, again, this is just type errors, isn't it? Nothing, yeah, we've added, I suppose what I should do before I commit this is I should actually see what it looks like. Sorry, let's come out of that. I should actually see what it looks like. So if we go back to lesson 3 and go into this view, we should just see. Oh man, there we go. Right. Let's just see what it looks like. Table, t head, t body, tr, th, tr, t body. I think this looks fine. I mean, I'm explicitly saying what it is that you should be doing here, adding 3 TDs to the T body or within the TR. So you got T body within the TR of the T body. Add 3 TDs with test data. Yeah, it's pretty explicit, isn't it? And then that's the link to all of these things. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So what we'll do is we'll do a git commit again, and we'll just say we'll just do updating docs for now, and we'll push that up. Okay, so now moving on to lesson number 4. So what you'll learn is how to create a style sheet, how to link a style sheet to a web page, how to style HTML form elements, and common CSS selectors. Let me just go back to lesson 3. So I know I'm jumping back and forth, but let's just create a dashboard file, add a HTML structure, add the HTML table. Yeah, okay, so that's what we've done. All right, lesson 4. Okay, so let's get this done. It would be awesome if we can get lesson 4 done today, because this is a bit of a chunky monkey. Let's get rid of that, make a bit of room. This one's a bit of a big boy. So let's do a lesson notes, create a style sheet. Let's just do this. So create a new file called main.css in the assets. Am I not spelling that correctly? Why is there a comma? Is this, I'm confused. I think I'm just gonna put that in like that in the assets directory. Yeah, let's do that. In fact, let's backfill. Right, sorry, this is where I'm backfilling stuff. Lesson 1. Create a new folder called project. Yeah, because that's all in backticks. So let's do the same. If you intend to create, that's fine. Yeah, that's all done. Include the following. That's looking good. It's probably easier if I just did it in this view, to be fair, isn't it? So basically, wherever I'm referencing a file or a folder, it needs to be in backticks, essentially. So let's look for. Yeah, if you intend on storing a project in in a Git repository, that's fine. In the project root, in the project directory. All right. Looking good, looking good. In the project root. Project root. We'll create install composer packages. This command will create a PHP lock file to be installed, yada yada yada. Run the following command in the project directory. It's mostly project, isn't it? I probably could do a search and replace. In the project root. In the project root. Of our project. No, that's kind of referencing the project, but without. Let's try it against our project. Yeah. In the project root. In the project folder. Okay, cool. Lesson 2. Let's do the same. So in the project folder. So it's all about consistency. Projects folder. Nothing there. This is all looking okay. Yep, nothing's jumping out. Obviously, we're going to do another pass of the whole thing, but that's good. Yeah. All right, lesson 3 now. Let's get back into this view. In the public folder. So, yep. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. Let's move on to lesson 4 in the assets folder. Let's just commit that up. So, sort of same thing here. I'm not really worried about having nice git commit messages at this stage. How to create a style sheet. How to link. Okay, yeah, cool. So here we go. We want to create main.css. Where are we doing this? Main.css in the assets folder. So another thing I'm mixing is the word folder, and I'm mixing the word directory. But we can deal with that in a minute. Right. Let me just actually run this whole thing. So in main.css, add a block, and we're doing this in the assets directory. So we go into. Do I not have an assets directory? No. Oh, it's in public. Sorry. Yeah. Let me just make sure that's in the right place. So we're in public assets main. Now, does that need to be tabbed out? No, because that's where the line is. I think. Yes, because that's where the line is. Yes, so that's fine. All right, so let's do a nano of whatever that's called, main.css. And in here, what we want to do is add a font size, font family, and a background color to main. So let's just grab that. Paste that in. Okay, so link the style sheet to the login page. So open login.php. Is this right? Yes, this is styling the login form. Does that look like it's too close? Where am I? Here. Yeah, it does. There needs to be a space. Sorry, I'm being very pickety now. There we go. Add the following to include the style sheet. Let me just double check that that does look okay. Yes. Add the following to include the style sheet. I need to explain that a little bit better because you just add that to the login.php file. I think what we need to do is say open login.php and add the link element to include the style sheet. Forgive me, I need to just shoot and just double check on Murphy. I can hear him barking in the background, so just give me a couple of minutes and I'll be right back. Nah, totally fine. Okay, let's... Whoop, wrong thing. There we go. That's what I need to do. So, where are we at? Okay, add the link element to include the style sheet. So I'm going to grab you. Has that copied? There we go. Sometimes with parallels it's screws up. Let's come out of that. And let's come out of, let's do a nano of login.php, and nope, didn't work. That didn't work either. Why am I not able to copy and paste from you to you? Oh, I am down here. Ugh. Ridiculous. Okay. Right. So, hopefully... There we go. Cool. Let's come out of this. Right. Okay. Right, put the form element inside the main element. Come again. Come again. Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? Where are we on login.php? We have... Yeah, no, we are doing that. Okay, fine. Fine. So, back into Parallels world. I need to create another element which is in body called main. Which will have the form field sets, a field set we'll have a label, a username. Hang on. This is why I really miss using iTerm. This is painful, having to do all this. That one. Ugh, just because I want to have another tab. Right, I don't know what that's all about. Woo! There we go, and then that closes the field set off. That closes the form off. And then underneath the form, oops, we have the closing main tag, yeah? Looking good. Right, why did we do that? Okay, style the main element. Add the following to main.css. Setting the display to flex and justify content to center will center the form on the page. Okay, so we want to put that in our CSS. All right. Yes. So let's come out of, no, we need to go into assets. So we need to do nano of assets and it's main.css. And underneath the body, we're putting main. All right, so lesson 4, sorry, this one here, wrap the form element in a form container. Place the form elements in a div with class equals form content. Place the form elements in a div. Oh, form elements in a div. I'm going to say in a div with class equals form content with the attribute class equals form content. Great. So now I think I might just copy this, to be fair. Let's just run it through. Add the following to the main.css file. This will add a background color and padding to the form container. Is there any more changing of within the form content wrapped? Yeah, there is a lot of that. So let's. I suppose to be thorough, I need to go through each one. Place the form elements in a div with the attribute class form content. So we want to create a. Let's come out of that. Let's just save that down. Let's go back into our login.php. Underneath, are these still in field sets? They're not even in field sets. Why have I created a field set? Where did that field set go? And it's not in there. Field set. See, that's weird. Field set. Field set. Field set. So I am. At what point do I say create a field set? In the HTML body, add the HTML form. This will include the following. Yeah, that needs to go. That all needs to go. Because if we go to our actual code, there is no field set. There never was a field set. So yes, it's very important that I do this thoroughly. Otherwise, the code is going to be so disjointed. And I'm very glad that we are... Whoops. That we are doing another pass on the whole course, because I'm going to probably miss some of the bits out. Alright, so wherever it says field set, we get rid of it. That's okay. So anywhere else? Anywhere else? Yeah, here. Doesn't look like it's been tabbed properly, does it? Is that another tab? Yeah. Ugh. It's because I'm mixing spaces and tabs. Okay. So then that's the dashboard thing. All right. So wherever we've got form, I don't think we've got any field sets in here. That's fine. All right. So we essentially need to change the field set to be form content, don't we? So let's do that. So it's a div. Class is equal to, how did I do this? Is it, yeah, snake case. So content, like that. Well, not snake case, is it? What is that case? It's not snake case. It's not camel case. Let's call it dash cased. Who cares, right? It's a thing. There we go. So that's now in. But we want to, the next task. All right, so the next task is to add form content. So let's read this. Add the following to main.css file. This will add a background color and padding to the form content. Let's copy that down, paste that in to here. Let's come out of you. Let's close that down. Let's now do a nano of back into assets, into main. And under here, we're going to paste that in. Boom. Okay. Scroll, scroll, scroll. And then here within the form content, within the form content, wrap each input and label. I suppose we should do add each input and label. I can't spell label, and I pressed the wrong buttons. Group in a input container class in a div. With the attribute, let's call it what it is. And what's the attribute? It is input container. So let's copy all of that if I can, and put that in like that, and get rid of you. Okay. Okay, so we want to put an input container around this stuff. All right, let's do that. Let's copy that, go into our code, which is in here. Come out of that, save that. Go back into our login.php form, and as soon as we've got like this, we need to wrap that around. Oh man, I've done it again. I hate just using this terminal, it sucks. Ugh. Ah, seriously. I need to. Can you set iTerm up? Because I'm gonna. This is so frustrating. This is unbelievably frustrating. Right. then that's the... So let's just kill this off. And then that's the input for you. Let's go up, go up, go up. Go up. No, go down. Let's enter... Oh, why? What have you done? Right, let's go back up again. Here we go. Let's paste that in. No, we need to go back. There we go. Put that in, and then we need to close that off. We also need to close the other one off, of course. Very important that we do that. So let's go up to... yawn. Right. That's correct, and that's correct. And do we do one on the submit? I don't know. Yeah, we do. We wrap this. We wrap the whole submit button in it. Fair enough. All right. No problem. Cool. I've also spotted something. I don't like how the top one doesn't have a space there, so that's not good because you got spaces in there. So where in the documentation do I not have a space? There and there and let's go back to the others, backfill them. So that's a different thing. Yep, there. And here. And here. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, back to lesson 4. Okay, so I've added the form content stuff, and I've added the input container, which I think is, yeah, this bit here. Within the form content, wrap each input and label group in a div with the attribute class input container. All good stuff. Right. Style the form input containers. In main.css, add the following. This will get what? The containers are this will give. This will give the containers a margin and width. So we want to copy you, paste that in. Back to there, come out of this, say this is good. Is it good? Yeah, I think it looks okay. We'll find out in a minute. And then let's go back into the main.css. Scroll, 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 all the way to the bottom, and then paste that in. Cool. Let's come out of you. That's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. Oh, damn it. No. Thank you. Okay, so add the following. What? Add the following. In mains, add the following. This will give the containers a width and margin. Add the following. To main.css to set the width and display of the labels within the input container. And let's give the containers, and let's do to the input container within the input container class of the labels within the input container class. Okay, fine. So we copy you. And let's change that to be elements. Class elements. That makes more sense. Right, so back into our main.css, which is somewhere here. Go all the way to the bottom again. Oh, the other way. Paste. Right. Right. Good stuff. Right. Style the input elements. Oh, to set the width of both the password and text input types, input elements. Add the following. again, I'm gonna do that. So again, in add the following, I'm going to keep consistency with the language. So add the following to main.css to set the width of both the password and input and text input. Do we have? No, we don't. Get rid of you. So grab that, paste that into again in here. I think I might leave this open. Okay, that's fine. Give each input again a padding and border. So here we go. Add the following to main to give each input a padding and border. So copy you, paste that into there. Okay, target the button and override. Okay, let's grab that, paste that into there. Add the following to target the submit button. Let's just do, is it a submit or is it a it's an input, so it will be the input. To target the submit input and override the padding from and replace the padding from 5 pixels to 10 pixels. So copy that. Go away. There we go. Right. Okay, change the background color of the submit button's hover state. Okay, again, add the following to target the submit input, replace to target, hey, add the following to main.css to target the input with the type of submit with the type attribute of submit and replace the padding from 5 pixels to 10 pixels. Okay, cool. That makes more sense. So again, we're gonna add add the following to main.css to change the background color of the submit input of the to change the background color of the input with the type attribute. I'm trying to be as much attribute specific as possible with the type attribute of submit. Let's get rid of that for a second. Right, so add the following to main.css. Right, add the following to main.css to change the background color of the input with the type attribute. No, to change the hover state, the background color of the hover of the input of the background color of the input. No, that doesn't even make sense. To change the background color of the hover state of the hover state. I mean, to change the hover state. I don't want to say of the again. So to change the hover state for the input with the attribute of submit. Okay, there we go. So grab you, paste that into here, if I can. No, that's not copied. There we go. Okay, scroll, scroll, scroll. Give the form element 100 pixel, a margin of 100 pixels. So again, add the following to main.css to give the form element, the form, a top margin of 100 pixels, and I believe that is. Have I got my other pixels in? I'm sure I've mentioned pixels in. Yes, and that's in there as well. Okay, so let's do. Add the following windows. So it's just top of. The top margin of, yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine. Let's copy that. Oh, come on. Thank you. Paste that in. No, didn't copy. Okay. Check the CSS file. The main.css file should look similar to this. Right, so what we've got is a body, a main, and a form. We've got. I'm gonna have to go up, aren't I? Ugh. Whee. Body, main, and form content. Now I've put form there, and then we got form content, but that's grayed out. That's interesting. Don't know why. Input container. So form content, input container label. That's input container, button container. What's that? What did I do with that? Input container label. Have I even mentioned this? Oh. Sorry. I haven't. No, I haven't. So this isn't even a thing. Rest of it looks okay. Let me just comment that out a sec. Okay, so scroll, get to the bottom. Right. I'm gonna say same with lesson 3. Visit the dashboard. So it's the login thing. So visit the login page in the browser and check the output. So this is now login.php. Time is 18:53. Okay, that's fine. Login.php. Right, let's just see what this looks like. I'll deal with all that in a minute. Let's just see what that looks like. So come out of this, go back into, we're in the public, so let's there should be something about localhost. I can't do a reverse search, I don't think. Can I do, is there a history on this? No, there isn't. Ugh. Is there a reverse search on this? Oh, there is. Sweet. Okay, there we go. So we want to go to login.php now. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Ah, right. Okay, so that input container thing, thingy-mabobby for the button would knock it to the right, I believe. Let's see. It would. Okay, so I think underneath, let's just grab that as code. Let's just comment that. Oh, no, don't comment that. Don't do that. Let's just comment. No, don't do that either. No. Ugh. Let's just get rid of all this. There we go. Right, let's grab. Well, no, nah. This, grab that. That's what we need to grab. Right, scroll, scroll, scroll. Where we're talking about input containers. So not quite here. Maybe this one. Style the input elements. We're talking about buttons, aren't we? Down here. So input, submit. Well, first of all, actually, scroll, 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 scroll. We need to take this. Yeah, first of all, we need to get rid of that for a sec. Move that over to there. Yeah. So within the form element, wrap each input and label group in a div with the attribute of input container. And then what we're going to do is create a new block. So just copy all of that. Actually, we need to copy all of this. Wrap the inputs in input containers. Actually, I guess maybe for speed, what we could do is just do it in this. So this is within the form element. Wrap each input and label group in a div with the attribute full stop. Next paragraph. Then wrap the input with the attribute. Yeah. Yeah, I need to shoot in a minute, so let's just get this done. So wrap the input with the attribute with the type attribute PE with the type attribute of submit in a div with the attribute, and we'll give the class input button container. Like that. Boom. Okay, full stop. Get rid of all of this. Go down, scroll, scroll, scroll. That's looking good. Let's just copy, let's just go into Parallels a sec. Close this, go into Nano of main. Now, there we go. Log in, scroll, press all the buttons to get down to the bottom. Right, well, we get to, let's go up a bit and up a bit. No, don't do that. There we go. We want this to be button container. Okay, let's come out of that, close this, go back into there, press that, refresh this, and fingers crossed. Oh. What? That should have gone over there. Oh, no, because I haven't actually put in the code to do that. That's probably why. Let's go into... Am I going to run out of time? I think I am. Okay, I will update the documentation after my later on in the evening, and yeah, essentially what I need to do is put that in between here. I will do that later on this evening, and then that button will shimmy over here, and then it will look just like this screen. And there we go. Right. Sorry for the rush and not paying attention to the chat. I am very sorry, but we did get 2 notes done, 2 lessons done, which is good. I will do all of these again. We'll do the next set next Tuesday. So thank you for watching. Happy coding, everybody. Have a great evening, and I'll see you soon.